Hi, it's Dougie Fisher from BulldogBackup.com, and today I'm going to show you how you can back up your files into two locations using Bulldog Backup Business. Why do you want to back up into two locations? Really, the main reason is redundancy. You want to have multiple points of failure so that if in the pretty unlikely event that one suffers a failure, then obviously that you have a reserve, if you like, to go to. The other big advantage of using a cloud backup source and a local backup source is really that you have the local source for your quick restores on a day-to-day basis, but you have your cloud to protect both your local machine and your local backup in case you suffer a disaster at your premises, such as a flood, a fire, or perhaps theft. So really this is a belts and braces approach. It may not be for everyone, but it's certainly a way of backing up your data that I recommend. It obviously limits your exposure to loss, and that's what data backup is all about. So first things first, I'm going to show you how to set up two separate backup sets with the software. One is going to set up a backup set to the cloud, and the second one is going to go to a NAS device that we have on our local network here. So what you probably want to do is, when we get into the setup, we probably want to offset the times in which these happen. We probably don't want both backups to happen at the exact same time. So what we'll do is we'll do one perhaps in the morning and one through the night. So that's how we're going to set things up. So let's get cracking. First things first, if we click on Backup Wizard, this will enable us to set up a backup plan really easily. The first one we're going to go to the cloud with, so that will be our online backup account. So we'll just click Next. Let's just give this an easy name that we can remember. We'll click Next. For this particular backup exercise, we're going to use block level backup. You have the option here of selecting either block level backup or volume shadow copy. I'll go into the details and obviously the differences between these two technologies in a later video, but for the purposes of this video, let's just use block level backup and click Next. The system will now populate a list of folders and files that are available for you to back up. And for this particular exercise, I think we'll just choose an image that we can easily back up. So let's have a look, pictures, and let's just pick out one of these. Okay, so we just click Next. For this page here, the advanced filter, we're just going to leave in the default settings. Again, I'll probably do another video to go through these, but for now let's just set it up with the defaults. Click Next. Again, on this page, I'm not going to bother doing anything on this page, but there are a couple of options. The main one being your encryption. You do have the option by enabling this check here to enable encryption. These are the types of encryption that you can encrypt your data with. And you can set your own password here. Now that's a private password which you will encrypt the data with. Now only you have access to that particular password. So if you are going to encrypt your data using our system, please do not lose your password. If you lose your password, your data cannot be unencrypted, and therefore it's pretty much useless to you. So one thing to just be aware of, the reason it's like that, of course, is to provide maximum security for your data. So I suppose that's the trade-off. To have it secure enough to store sensitive information, then we have to make sure that no one else has access to that password. So anyway, for this particular demonstration, we're not going to bother encrypting the data because it's not particularly sensitive. We'll click Next. Again, on this page, I'll probably do a separate video on the options here, but there is a default and we're just going to use it. This page here, the schedule, yes, I think we'll have a schedule here. So let's set this back up to run at 4:30. We don't need to bother about any of the other options here at the moment. We'll click Next. Again, we'll click Next. You have the option here to have a notification sent to you when a backup fails. I suppose that's quite useful, keeps you up to date in terms of if there has been a problem with your backup. So we'll just keep that as the defaults. Next, we'll click next there to create the plan. We'll leave this unchecked because we've scheduled it. You can check this box and the backup will run immediately, but again we've set a schedule for about an hour's time, so we'll just leave that to run. We click finish and you'll see there that the backup set has appeared. So this is the backup set to the cloud. The next run time is 4:30 this afternoon, which will run automatically at that time. Okay, so let's go back, and we also want to basically replicate that backup but to a separate location, and that location is going to be our local device, which is our NAS. So again, we're going to open Backup Wizard, click next, and this time we're going to choose File System, which denotes our local system. We're going to click next. I think we'll just call this Local 1. Make it nice and easy. Click next. Again, block level backup. Click next. And this should populate up a list again. And okay, let's find the file if I can remember. So that hang on, it's going to be in pictures, which is fine. And we go down to here. I think it was this one here. Hopefully this is the correct one. Anyway, we'll carry on. Again, defaults on this one. Again, we're not going to bother with encrypting the data. So we'll click next. Again, defaults on this page. This one we're going to run at a different time from our original backup, just to save the software from doing too much at the one time. So let's set this one for say 7:30 this evening. Okay, so we click next. Again, we're just going to leave this section at the defaults, and again defaults for this again. So click next and create the backup, and you'll see now that we have two backups, both of which are going to be backing up this file here. So you can see both of them there, and basically one is going to back up to our local device and the other one is going to back up to our cloud account. So basically here we have maximum levels of redundancy. So basically that's how you back up your files to two separate locations using Bulldog Backup Business. Again, thanks for watching. If we can be of any help at all, you can visit bulldogbackup.com. I've been Dougie Fisher. Thanks for watching.